Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Muhammad Al-Sawaf. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Manzil, the only Islamic fintech startup here in Canada. Uh, this is nothing new to everyone, at least at this table, but, I always have to do some sort of educational piece to get everybody up to speed with respect to the global landscape of Islamic finance. Alhamdulillah, there are about 1.8 billion Muslims around the world, where Islamic finance is a $2.4 trillion industry and growing at near double-digit CAGR. Very prevalent in the MENA regions, Southeast Asia, as well as the UK being the most Western example. North America really is the untapped opportunity, and it's quite in its infancy stage with products that need to be structured within the equity and finance space, mortgages, prepaid cards, car loans, and insurance. And this is actually the task that Manzil is taking in order to not only structure but distribute these products within the Canadian marketplace specifically for now. Just to give you the lay of the land of what Canada is and the opportunity, there are currently 1.6 million Muslims in Canada, growing to 2.6 over the next 10 years, which not only makes it the fastest growing demographic, but also the second largest religious base after Catholicism. We not only have double the national average when it comes to post-secondary education, but we also have $20 billion of annual spending power. And this has actually contributed to making the halal food industry in Canada worth over $1 billion, which has taken about 20 to 30 years to get to. The estimated contribution to the Canadian economy in Canada is also around $50 billion. And mashallah, just in the month of Ramadan alone, there's about $100 million given away to charity. Manzil's mission is to become the first halal certified financial solutions neobank in Canada, with a digitally enabled back office that enables multiple financial products and allows anyone across Canada to access our products through our technology platform. There's also a knowledge center, or a halal knowledge center that we like to call, that digitally educates, provides awareness and services this model. Alhamdulillah, Manzil has been through many milestones since our first pre-seed round that we raised in May 2019. We've been accepted into multiple accelerator programs. We've launched our products, specifically our mortgage product backed by our mortgage fund, into the marketplace. We've been awarded the most promising Islamic Fintech of the Year by IFN, as well as become post-revenue this past summer, specifically in July. And we partnered with a new financial institution to launch the very first halal prepaid visa program in Canada. Revenue projections are looking quite strong since we did get into that post-revenue category. So I'm not going to go into too many details here, but we do have multiple revenue lines based on mortgages, investment accounts, as well as halal prepaid visa cards, and soon to be halal car financing, as well as our very own ETF, which I will discuss later in the presentation. We have a massive opportunity and traction currently on our books that we cannot fulfill today. And that is just because there's not enough supply to meet the demand that we are pushing or working towards. That specifically within the halal homes category, where upwards of $1.5 billion is required to fulfill. Alhamdulillah, when we partnered with our financial institutions, specifically in the car financing category, as well as the prepaid visa cards and the investment solutions, we get access to their financial and non-financial resources. So there's no questions or issues there. But really the anchor for our organization is that mortgage or halal home product. And that's where the biggest opportunity lies, as well as the biggest revenue stream potentially that can be created. We have the only musharaka and murabaha mortgage in the market. We've basically made a distinction here in Canada by just making our murabaha more of a fixed rate model, and our musharaka acting more like a variable rate product. These are very, very unique structures, very complicated. We've been able to localize them and resolve them to not only comply with the Interest Act of Canada, the Bank Act of Canada, and all other regulatory and tax acts. So this is a first. We are first movers in pretty much every category when it comes to this space. And alhamdulillah, we have a very robust accounting, legal, audit, as well as Sharia advisory team. When it comes to our back office solution, again, this is a first because there is nothing in the marketplace that underwrites, originates, and services mortgage clients. And so we've basically built this from scratch through third-party, verified third-party platforms to enable the underwriting for us. So Flinks is a third-party kind of banking platform that allows us access to bank account data. Equifax is for credit scoring, and Purview is for assessing the property and appraising them. Modern Treasury allows us to reconcile payments in a very effective manner that no other current banking platform can allow. And so we're actually their only Canadian client. We were able to structure an agreement that allowed them to come into Canada a lot sooner than later, which was on the roadmap due to our partnership and the model that they saw that would be able to boost their credibility up in this marketplace. The Manzil Mortgage Fund, again, is a first. It is the only halal income-based or deriving fund available to the Canadian retail marketplace. It is currently listed on a private exchange with a ticker under the name of MANZL. And we have the largest non-bank asset manager as our distributor. CI Direct Investing is a full-fledged robo-advisory partner. So all of our clients go to open their accounts through CI Direct, and then, of course, they end up investing in the Manzil portfolio, so to speak, which also includes the Wahed Halal ETF, which is only accessible through this partnership as well. So again, we're very pleased to be having these world-class global banking partners with us that see the vision and are wanting to participate in attracting this demographic in a very ethical way. As previously mentioned, we just launched our partnership with Koho, which is the largest prepaid Visa fintech in Canada. They approached us wanting to attract this demographic, and they saw that we were the conduit. So alhamdulillah, we've seen some very, very good early results with respect to traction and increase in user base in that perspective. And we hope to increase this partnership along the way through custom branded digital cards, as well as custom branding within the app itself. Manzil Wheels or Halal Wheels is being partnered through another large Canadian financial institution called Fairstone. They're bringing the full back office in terms of underwriting, as well as servicing, and of course funding for this program. We are pretty much in the final stages before launch, so we hope to launch later this quarter, or inshallah, and sometime in Q4. And again, already have a waitlist for this with estimated first 12 months revenue anywhere between $500 and $1 million Canadian. Manzil ETFs purpose is an $8 billion asset manager, specifically in the vertical of ETFs. And so they want to launch the very first Halal North American Equity Dividend Fund listed on the TSX, which is the Toronto Stock Exchange, and of course marketed and managed from a Sharia compliance perspective by Manzil. So again, we're in the final stages of getting this to market. This is a Q3, Q4 launch, and inshallah, we expect the first 12 months fund to be in the $30 to $50 million range and $100 million within 3 years, where the total addressable market is in the $20 billion range. Everyone keeps asking why now. There's a few, obviously, things that have worked in our favor. Not only is this a completely blue ocean opportunity that has been completely untapped and tainted, I would say, by past or previous startups that haven't succeeded, but they've all been playing in the gray space when it comes to Sharia compliance. We are the only halal fintech that is AOP compliant. In fact, we're very proud to have received the only fatwa by Mufti Ibrahim Desai from South Africa, who has not only not endorsed every other product in Canada, but has only endorsed ours, and is requested to actually be our chief spiritual advisor for Manzil. So alhamdulillah, that's been a great success for us. AMJA, as well as the Canadian Council of Imams, currently reviewing our products, and inshallah, we expect them to put out a positive fatwa in the coming months. And inshallah, that should be able to cover pretty much every organization within North America. The big piece here is the lack of experts. When it comes to the gold standard of AOFI, there's nobody in Canada that has the experts that Manzil has currently in the organization to be able to not only structure products, but actually launch them, get partnered with the appropriate institutions in order to scale and to attract that demographic. We have a very, very busy roadmap. As mentioned, Halal Wheels and Halal Wealth is something that we're looking at Q4, Q1 in 2021. We do want to expand into the Halal deposit space, inshallah, be able to create, student loan solutions as well as commercial financing, and then start to look towards the US and the UK as expansion of the Manzil brand. Within that. As previously mentioned, we are the only institution here in Canada that is not only Sharia certified with all levels of Sharia compliance governance, but we are also AOFI compliant and working towards actually AOFI membership, inshallah. We have internal Sharia auditors, we have an active 3-member Sharia supervisory board, as well as annual independent certifications. And this is the team currently. This is actually the core team, it's not the full team. Myself and Sam are co-founders, both on the revenue and the operations side. Usama's leading our marketing initiatives, and Mustafa's on the finance side. And all of them have extensive backgrounds, not only in the startup world, but within their particular domains, and actually within the domain of attracting and managing a Sharia compliant operation. We have had some pretty good support within the Canadian startup space, most notably some accelerator programs such as the Holt Fintech Accelerator Program, as well as the Next Founders Program. Mars and DMZ and 111 are all, let's call it, government-supported, startup initiatives and programs. And so we are portfolio companies. The third party validation is key. Founders Embassy is another program that is based out of Silicon Valley. Due to COVID, it's been delayed until next March, but we're very much looking forward to getting into that program and starting to create networks and relationships within the Silicon Valley investor, vertical. Of course, we have many world-class partners between Sharia advisors, audit, third-party service providers, as well as legal. This is just to put forth kind of the world-class partnerships that we work with. And that, as if you don't know, that Canada is one of the most highly regulated industries when it comes to finance. We do not have an open banking system, unlike the UK. And so, any banking initiative in Canada is highly robust, heavily on legal, but from an exporting potential, it is world class. The World Economic Forum post 2008 labeled Canada as the number one country when it came to our financial system for 5 or 6 straight years running, and we've been in the top 10 since. So that is something that we're very proud to have. Yes, there's been a lot of challenges that we've had to overcome, but alhamdulillah, once overcome, it just makes our business a lot better and much more efficient. We're currently raising a seed round. We've already closed about 500,000 of that $2 to $3 million range that we're looking for. We're looking at a Q3, Q4 close. And this is really just to enable the business to expand into the next growth stage. That includes expanding across Canada, expanding our product shelf, building more tech, and of course, doing more marketing and more operations. We're a very lean team currently, for everything that we've built so far, but we do need the support in order to support the community, because the demand is just absolutely through the roof. Barakallahu feekum, jazakallahu khairan, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.